Oh, hello, my brave knights, princesses, and princesses, and this isn't a surprise, is it? Well, it is a surprise, because I'm doing it. We are going to, I am, but you're going to watch. I am going to react to old videos that I did in the past, on what better channel but my own, my lovely channel, which you all have come to well know and love. So, we are going to click this button. No. We're going to sort them by oldest. But there's just one problem. The oldest videos I have are music videos. But that's okay, because these are old videos. The very first video I ever did was Carrie Muzzie's Architect of the Mind, and unfortunately that's not on here. I do still have it, though. Just elsewhere. But we have something even better. Well, we have something just as good. This is 13 Skull right here. Oh, wait, you can't see my mouse, can you? Oh, that's a problem. Hold on a second. Actually, you know what? I don't think it is a problem that you can or can't see my mouse. Oh well. Anyway, so this is like I think the second video I uploaded after uploading Architect of the Mind, and then I just uploaded videos every day, almost, for a while. It was great, great times. I used Movie Maker to make these no, not Movie Maker. Yeah, Movie Maker to make, back in the day when I had my piece of space dust, I used Movie Maker to make all of these pictures. And yeah, it was fun. Sometimes I look at these and I'm just like, wow. And then we have me reading stuff, but anyway, I'm wasting your time. So let's just move on. We're going to my playlists, and we're going to react to some old videos. So, well, let's look at this one. This is the very first video I recorded, I believe. Yeah. And I was recording this with my, well, you see it in Haunted Hotel. Not Haunted Hotel. The House. I had these black headphones with a really nice sounding mic. And unfortunately back then, no matter what I did, this one, I couldn't zoom in into this. Although now, what I would do is I'd probably take this into Vegas and just zoom into that. But hey guys, it's Phil Heston Games here. After being gone for 6 months, I am back. You see, what happened was I was kicked out of off my computer. Yeah, that's what's funny. Is that the funny thing about me is that I thought ahead. Like my piece of base dust was blue screening on me. Like it began blue screening on me. So one day I grabbed everything that was important to me and put it on a USB drive. And then my buddy Tyler gave me a tablet. Originally it was a Nexus 5, but then I kinda opened my big mouth to his mother, and well, I ended up using her tablet instead. And eventually I broke it. Well, I dropped it on the floor. Yeah, but that was a while later. And then, as I explained, I had to survive without a tablet. And so, I'm back. And this is my first Let's Play. It's called Obi-Wan's Destiny. You won't find Obi-Wan's Destiny anymore on Game Jolt. I had it for the longest time on this laptop. I lost it when this laptop blue screened for the first time when it was doing an update, and because I was stupid. I wanted to see what would happen if I turned it off while it was updating. And basically, let's just say that I ended up having to do a system restore and I lost everything. So that's why I wasn't able to play certain games again, like say Lost Planet 3 and other games. But Cooks Are Delicious was saved, thankfully. Thankfully. I found it on IndieDB. You won't find it there anymore because the person took it down, but I have it. And I've looked. Don't have it anymore. I haven't seen a play of it on YouTube, so probably the reason why is blatantly obvious. Also, here's another interesting fact. I had tried so many times beforehand to beat Darth Vader, and he had always beaten me on my piece of space dust. But when I put this thing on my laptop and I was trying, this video is when I just sat myself down and was like, you know what, I'm recording for the first time with OBS for the first time. Let's do good. So this was, yeah, 3 years ago. So yeah, I've been literally Let's Playing for 3 years out of the 8 I've been on YouTube, so it's hilarious to see. Yeah, the obvious thing is that, well, this is probably windowed to you. There's not much I can do about that, but that's okay. There'll be other games I'll play that won't look like this to you, so I am back. And LB1 has defeated Darth Vader. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So yeah, thank you for the 100 something subscribers, and I'll see you all later. 100 and something subscribers, wow. Yeah, the game basically closes out once you swing at Darth Vader. But yeah, you won't find that game anymore. Like, this recording is probably the only recording you're going to ever find of this game on anywhere. I've looked for it, trust me. I can never find it. Like, if I wanted to go look for it again, and if I did find it again, yeah, I would go back and play it. So, let's continue. We're gonna now look at the very first game I ever played with Tyler on my laptop, and this was glorious because I almost cried over how beautiful it was. This is us playing Orion Prelude, and this was back when Tyler had his
Password's gonna be A, B, C.
Tyler's gonna be making a game. He hasn't that password thing never has changed. See what we can do here. Right. This was back when he. This was back when he had his green keyboard that he loved so much.
I invited you. Password ABC.
Man, I miss ABC. I don't miss his mic compared to now. His mic is great. Back then he was called Dark Codex's Aaron something. We are playing a game, Tyler, and I'm recording it. Be excited.
Is this game technically? I just pushed duels. Are we dueling?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need a sword.
I has a lightsaber, Tyler. And now I'm just going. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna pause this for a second. I was sitting, in the living room over there, we're in my corner, but on the other couch, like this, literally, on a wooden tray, and this was my first recording with Tyler talking. Of course, right now it's like this. Reason why it's like this and not like zoomed in is because I didn't know how to do that back then. All I knew was just to press record and hope for the best. Like, if you look at the next video, it's also scrunched up. But then, nostalgia. I stumbled upon this, and I felt ancient when I found it.
Oh my goodness. Look what I found, guys. This
Yep.
is Hover.
Yep. I played Hover back in the day, like as a kid, and seeing it remastered was like the best thing ever. I know that they're making a Jetpack 2, and there used to be a website for it, but I haven't been able to find it. Like I used to keep an eye on it, like I was keeping an eye on it last year, and it like disappeared. Like I forgot about it until like recently. I'm like, oh yeah, Jetpack 2. What happened to it? I can't find it. It used to be on Steam Greenlight too. But the mistake I made with this is that I unplugged my headphones because I wanted everybody to hear the music and the fact that I just was geeking out. I should have just plugged my headphones in so you guys could have heard the music more clearly. But I was excited.
Now, I used to have the old version of Hover. I was actually looking for it to put it up as a game that no one else knew, but apparently somebody remade the game, or some people did, and I just found it, so I decided to record it. So let's play this. Oh. Wow.
Yep.
Look at this. Looks amazing. Wow.
Right, another thing, I was sitting at this point in the not in my corner, but almost in my corner. I was on that couch, but I hadn't moved over yet. I was getting to that point. Let's see. The reactions I'm having are genuine. Like, I was literally geeking out. I was happy. But, like, I couldn't, emulate myself now because I was still trying to get out of my shell. Because back then, as Tyler knows, I wasn't somebody who expressed myself that well. It depended on the situation, but I was really, really scared to express myself because I was so used to people judging me. Because that's all my life was up to that point. It still is that way, but these days I don't really care anymore because it shouldn't affect me. It does sometimes. It depends on who you are. Like if it's Tyler judging me, yes, it will hurt. If it's my other friends, yeah. But if you're some random stranger judging me, I'm not going to care. But this was a dream come true for me. And yes, I did say that I was looking for the older Hover, and I would have probably played it on this thing too. I think I even found it, but then I found this, and I was like, this is even better, so good on me for finding that. And then I went off and played this. This is something else I played back in the day.
Hello, everybody. This is Micro.
Also, this is before I learned about the mute button that I have now. It's just a shortcut key to muting myself on my mouse. It's I'm just gonna show you. It's this button right here. This one, see? This one right here. I press that, I mute myself. It's very handy whenever the dog barks. This was before I had the mute button, so I literally had to alt-tab and turn myself up manually. So, and I could barely, you guys can barely hear me because back then I didn't know how to judge out sound of my voice and of the game. I didn't really learn that till probably, I didn't really learn how to balance them out evenly till probably after I played Homesick. Like after that game, I started trying to figure things out slowly. So.
Man. Dig that music.
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna mute myself and I'm going to play this. all of you. I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't know what this game is. The main character's name is Bob Jones. He was sucked into a computer and shrank.
Yeah, you can barely hear me. But the fact that I decided, like, to mute myself after explaining who Microman is, and that he's Bob Jones, and he got sucked into a computer. It's like, man, I've come a long way. And this was back when I was still using that same mic. Then I played 300 Spartans, which is basically like One Finger Death Punch. And all of these are tablet games that I played, and then I played Give Up 2. And the funny thing is that Give Up 2 is now on Armored Games, even though I played it back in the day. And then I played Be Gone with Tyler. And here is not where I first show myself, but this is a video I did, where you can see that I have the
I have no idea what to expect, guys.
the black mic here, and this is where I was sitting in my corner.
Well, the horror.
Ta-da! Takes you by surprise, isn't it? Okay. Hi there. It's me. I mean, it's you in 20 years' time. I was quite a looker, wasn't I? But you must be anxious to talk about the future.
I didn't know. I had no words.
What would you like to discuss?
And I couldn't talk anyway, because back then also, the problem with back then was that my family was always around, so I've always felt pressured. But as you can see, I'm sitting there in that corner, and that's where just a lot of stuff began. So, War of the Roses isn't on Steam anymore, and this is basically where is. I'm going to jump to my other playlists, but Nightmare House. Ugh, I keep getting mixed up. The House is where I literally started my first webcam. Yes. Let's see. I'd have it in oh, what? Hold on. Sometimes YouTube is weird. Okay. Yeah, you get to see what else I look at while I'm goofing around. Yeah, you're basically getting a behind-the-scenes look at everything I do. But we're not here for that. We're just here for my channel. Yes, Mini Lad, you're awesome. Anyhow. Now, I put my stupid brain. The House 1, I know where I put it, so hold on while I find it. Actually, I can just... Here it is. This was my very first face cam.
Hello everybody, and welcome to my attempt at playing through The House.
And this video I was proud of when I first put it up, because I actually pushed myself to actually have some emotion. The funny thing is that my other siblings were in the room. Like, they were in front, they were all sitting around because a friend of ours was over. I was bored, and also I just wanted to record something because I felt like it.
A point and click horror game.
Okay, my brother Zach was sitting in a couch like not too far away. I smiled at him because he was shaking his head at me like why are you doing this now of all times?
I'm probably going to regret this.
Yeah, probably.
Hey man. Oh. Out of the way. I look a ball. A giggling kid.
Yeah, another problem was my little brother Sam. He tries to walk over at one point to see what I'm doing, and I tell him to go away. In a sense, he still does that occasionally. He did that a lot when I played Black Mesa. He would always come over and watch me play. It annoyed the living daylights out of me, which is why I love my situation now. Sorry, because now he has to walk from here, and I can usually tell him to get lost, or sometimes he'll walk from here. So it was amazing.
Person. Yippee.
Oh, I'm sorry, hold on. My giant head's in the way. Hold on. Technical difficulty. There you go. I'm so
Well then.
sorry.
Nobody's home. Nobody but chickens. Nice. Next room.
Like, I'm so stoic in this because I'm so unfazed. Like, most other Let's Players would get invested into the game and, like, start screaming and stuff, but me, I'm just like, eh. I'm just like, whatever. Because I didn't know how to react. So I reacted the best way I could by just shrugging and going, oh well. If I'm going to die in this game, I'm going to die happy. It's priceless. But it also shows you that back then, I was just coming out of my shell slowly. It was slow work. Like, I didn't really start coming out of my shell till probably when Tyler told me to start being more alive than I was, because
Let's do this.
I was exhausted back then.
Okay.
I'll show you at one point where I just couldn't take it
Happy birthday,
anymore.
Mom. We know that we know that you're suffering.
I
from
can't
illness,
read.
but
I still can't read
we're
today.
sure that you will be fine soon. I cannot read today. Love you. That's just great.
Yeah. It's funny how back then I say I can't read and now I say I can't read. Not much has changed. The only thing that's changed is the mic. A little bit more life has been put into me and my headphones are breaking. Yeah, that's probably the only thing that's changed. So, now we're going to basically jump to the series we all know and love, and that would be Cook Serve Delicious, because in Cook Serve Delicious 1, you can see an evolution happening from me sitting at that couch to me sitting over there, the desk in front of me, to me sitting here and then over there and then here and then over there and juggling those two places, and even sometimes sitting in my room, because sometimes I didn't want to sit over there in that area. I just didn't. So we're going to jump to Cook Serve Delicious because that is a game that I know and I love. So, yes, my channel intro is amazing. Anyway, Cook Serve Delicious 2, amazing. But yeah, let's jump to Cook Serve Delicious 1. And this is when things changed a little bit, because here I have different headphones.
Listen to that.
Delicious.
It's so terrible, but awesome. Let's do this, guys. Welcome to Cook Serve Delicious.
Yep, Cook Serve Delicious was probably the best thing I probably could have done for myself, because I love food, and it's a game that let Tyler sit down and eat food while watching me basically suffer, and he still does that when I play Cook Serve Delicious too. Now, yeah, this important announcement right here is when my computer first blue screened. But basically, this whole game was a journey because I was trying to keep myself from, you know, snapping at things for a while. But eventually, where is it? Eventually, there it is. Eventually, after well, I just couldn't take it anymore. Cause during the first season of Cooks Are Delicious and probably the second and third season and some of the bonus stuff I did, I was exhausted, like mentally and physically exhausted, because during this Cooks Are Delicious era I was juggling my channel, I was juggling all of the house chores, and I was constantly making dinner, walking the dogs, and dealing with siblings, and on top of that I was juggling my best friend. Tyler back then was a package that I want to pat myself on the back sometimes and be like, man, Phil, you put up with a lot back then. So this is one of those videos where I just came out of my shell and I said, you know what, I'm just going to tell the world that I'm tired of this. So,
Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play Cooks Are Delicious. Yes, when we last left off we were doing the pizza. Unfortunately, and I can't believe this, but I did anyway, I actually beat it off camera. So
I did.
When I did, I realized I did and I felt stupid, so the last challenge I'm going to do on camera, I don't exactly have the cash to do it yet, but when I do, I will. So, we need,
that was Winley. Aha, see? Mute button. And look at my face.
12 or 14,000 money?
That's the face of a man who's just sick and tired of the dogs being a bother. Cause there was a time, and this is also true, when for 2 weeks my dog, Beatty, you guys have seen him before and heard him before, and if you haven't heard him, good for you, cause goodness. But there were 2 weeks when Beatty would wake me up every single day like clockwork at early hours of the morning to be dealt with. For 2 whole weeks. And eventually I snapped at the last week and said, at like the last day of the second weekend, was like, somebody else has to walk besides me. I just can't do this. I need to sleep. Did anyone care? Not really. Tyler can tell you.
To get 8 tickets, so today we'll be spending a bit cooking for people non-stop. I also got a perfect day off camera too. Yeah. So, starting day.
Yeah, I'm just not happy. Basically, the night before I made this video, like, I had just finished, like, recording a video, I was happy, I was in a good mood, and then my mother comes up to me, and she's like, Phil, do the dishes. All of them. Literally. Flat out. So, I did. It's funny, because my family is funny, because when they tell us that we all have to do the dishes, and then I walk in there, and these days I just chuckle, or I just laugh. And I've said out loud, you know what's going to happen when I walk in there. I'm going to get it done. These people won't do it. I've said it. And they hate it when I do because they know I'm right. But, so I did. I went into the kitchen and I cleaned almost the entire kitchen. I had left a few, like, some dishes behind, because I was up till, like, almost midnight cleaning. So I woke up the next morning, I sat down, was recording this episode. I was going to record this episode when my mom told me I had to do the dishes again. I had left dishes behind for other people to do, and she told me to finish. So, I made this episode in sort of a protest. I think there's a video somewhere where my mom even comes up to me. I don't know where it is, and she says something to me, and I basically say, I'm happy right here. Because I was. I was happy just to sit and not be a bother to anybody, just record stuff and just try to have fun. I was exhausted in this video. And there were a lot of other videos where I was just utterly exhausted. But eventually, slowly but surely, I began to gain life because eventually Tyler began to realize that the stress was really getting to me, so he started taking me outside. He started letting me come over a lot more, and I would push him to let me come over because back then it was a pain in the neck to be able to come over. These days it's easy. The only problem is that the roles have swapped. Now it's a pain in the neck for me to go to his house because this family just hates Tyler's guts because of what I did. But as you all know, I left for reasons because these people just wouldn't listen to me for the longest time. And when I just had enough one day, and so I left. And when I left, they all just... When I was outside of the house, they were trying everything they could to be nice to me, and I just stood there and I was like, nope, it's not going to work. I'm sorry. You people need to learn to prioritize. It's not just about you, but it's about everybody. I'm not going to shoulder everything forever. That's what I told them. I can't. And my mother kind of sat back for a long time and just let us cook. Yes, I'm telling you all because you guys, this is part of this channel. Like, my experiences in life is part of this channel. You can see my suffering in this video because I was carrying everything, like I said. It wasn't until like last August, last August, that my mother started cooking again after I had been cooking for like what, a long time, like maybe 13 years or more, because she, like 8, 9, 10, yeah, 10 years, almost 12, yeah, 11, yeah, 11 years. I had to think about it for a second. But basically, before, like, because when we came down here to South Carolina, things changed, like crazily changed. So I'm gonna be back a second. I gotta go check on something I'm making, but I'm gonna talk about it more. Asking for pity. I'm just saying that's what I had to go through to get to this point. These days it's not so bad. The only problem is that it's a fight to be able to go anywhere now, because everyone's so scared I'll do something stupid, and it's like, how old am I? I'm not a kid or a child. So yeah, if you haven't seen my Cook Serve Delicious series, you should, with this knowledge in mind, because you'll see the huge difference between me now and me then, and how everything just kind of weighed me down, and then eventually I start climbing my way back up with the help of other people that weren't my family. So eventually I cheered up. I got better. I even got a curtain put here because the sun would mess things up, and other things. I got a new mic because I was asked to, and eventually one of these days, I don't know when, I'll get a new camera. So so let's just go back now. There's so much that I've done to get to this point. So we have our subs. every time, and this is true, every time I reached a milestone, I would make a compilation video or video of me saying thank you. And we did reach 500 subscribers. No, not 500 subscribers. 500 views again. We used to be at 700, but we all know what happened in Carrie Muzzy happened. But it's okay. Basically, oh yeah. One of the coolest things that happened, I think it was last year or the year before, was I found myself in a magazine article. I had just made the 3,000 videos milestone, and then I think I just I looked myself up. I literally looked at myself up, and I saw a person do a magazine article about something I said in a game I briefly played, and they agreed with me. I was like, wow. So let me just show you that real quickly. Yeah, this was 2016. This was March 8th.
Hey guys, it's Phil Fatley Games. And I actually looked myself up on Google for the fun of it, and I stumbled upon this article. It actually mentions me.
Yeah.
I'm going to read it to you. So sit back and just be excited as I am, because this is kind of cool. So
it's so cool that I just randomly look myself up, and this is what I find. And this was made on the 12th of the 21st of 2015, and I'm reading this on March 8th. So I had no idea this existed, and that's why it was exciting. And also thank you to the person who wrote it. Again, thank you. I mean, I did thank him in the video, but thank you again, because that was very kind of you. And no one had ever done something like that for me before. I even told my family. I was like, I'm in a magazine article. But then they're like, we were in a newspaper article. I mean, my siblings are like, yeah, that's nice, but guess what? We were in a newspaper article. You guys can find it somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it was good times. Oh yeah, speaking of good times. In this video I show basically
hello, my brave knights, princesses, and
my
princesses,
old computer.
welcome to
Both of them.
10 things you did not know.
I look so much better
Phil Fatley
in this
Games.
video.
Number 1.
Oh, that cutting.
The name
Oh,
Phil
that cutting.
Fatley Games was originally going to be Phil Fatley Games and Music.
Yes, it
But
was.
then I was like, that's too long.
Yes, it was.
It also feels too stretched. So after debate that lasted for a day, I decided Phil Fatley Games would do it because I like hats and I love to play games.
That much is true. I actually have a top hat in there. I have 2 of them. One of them is my uncle, like great uncle's hat. He was a magician. It's extremely old, but I've kept it. The other one I found at a dollar store and thought I just couldn't help myself. Another thing is that yes, the fact is true that when I was going to create my channel, I did sit back for a day debating what I was going to call my channel, for one thing, and 2, I was also scared because I was like, I'm not sure if I should do this. So I sat there for a day debating what I was going to call my channel and debating if I should do it or not. But thankfully, the next day I decided, heck with it, I'm going to do it. And I did it. I'm glad I did. I was watching, like, if you want to know some of the YouTubers I was watching, I watched Ghost Robo, I watched Brad. Like, okay. For all those of you that love Ghost Robo, I watched Ghost Robo back when he was clean. Like, these days I don't watch him anymore because I don't know if he's clean anymore. But I promised myself I'd be that one channel that at least me as a person, I would stay as clean as I can. So, I'm trying. I am trying. I as a person am relatively clean. I can get irritated. I can get irritable. I can get frustrated and upset about things. I'm human, but I do try to be clean and not curse and stuff, because cursing just doesn't help anybody. So, also I'm a Christian, just throwing that out there. So I'm going to jump to when I show you guys my computer, and I'm going to explain some stuff about it. Let's see. There it is. So this thing, this is one of the computers I played on. This was, as I say,
It's a computer I used to play on. It's a Dell. It has a it has an Intel inside. It is a Windows 98 with XP. It has no graphics card. It has 2 gigabytes of RAM and only 30.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah, 30 gigabytes of space.
Yes, so you can imagine my pain back in the day when I was playing on that thing over there, along with the other thing that I pull out. This thing here. Where is it? This guy. This thing. That was my other computer. The one that blue screened on me. I've plugged that thing in before, and it doesn't work anymore. Unfortunately. I probably could save its hard drive, though, if I wanted to. Probably could find old memories on it. Yeah. But, yeah, look at me. I actually look more alive in this episode than, you know, my Cooks Are Delicious ones. That should show you that I really was pushing myself. I still am now. I'm pushing myself even harder now. Making shorter videos, although someone asked me to make them long again. So it just I'm going to do long and short, just so those that are in a rush just to watch them go can do that. And if there are those of you that have nothing better to do and just want to sit down and watch me play something, that's what I'm going to do. But one of the things you people need to do is you need to comment more. Because if you don't comment more, I don't know what you want. I'm relying on my best friend's advice right now. Because he's probably one of the few people that watch my channel besides a bunch of other people. But you guys don't talk. So. Yep. It's fun stuff. I had a lot of fun. I bought this mic after I worked on the burned down house, this mic here. I spent a lot of money on this contraption. And Tyler and I are discussing the aisle. 7 years and 550 subscribers. All Carrie Muzzy music must go. That was a pain. This video here was a hit in my family. I basically, like, this was one of those days when my mom actually, when I thought for 1 second my mom understood me, because she went out, she bought all this stuff to make subs with, and she said to me, have at it. And I had just bought myself Mountain Dew also, so it was like one of the greatest days ever. So, I literally made myself that giant sandwich, cut it in half. Like, I made it for everybody, not just myself. I made this huge sub with all this stuff thrown into it. I sliced it up for people, but for me, I sliced myself a big piece because I was starving. And I was happy I did that, and although no one else got, well, although I missed one person, I didn't care, because people are old enough to make their own food now, for crying out loud. So, yep, when we reached 600 subscribers, I was very proud of you all, and proud of the channel and the way it's going. We're at 621 right now. I mean, I had 623 at one point, but I digress. I try so hard in these videos. I do. But sometimes I don't know what to say or what to think sometimes. I just roll with the game, or I be a skeptic sometimes. There's a lot that happens. it's just that so much effort is put into these things, and a lot more effort is going to be put in later as time goes on. Like I said, I'm using Vegas now, so there's going to be editing crazy shenanigans, and there's going to be all kinds of other stuff. But what I need you all to do is I need you all to please comment. Please. I need you all to talk to me, because communication is a good thing on a channel. Because every other YouTuber has communication. I mean, I get some people talking to me, but I need, like, a lot of people. Like, saying, hey, do this. Like this is great. This is great. Something like that. Like, when I did my first video with Vegas, when I showed Tyler, he loved it. He's like, this is good. This is amazing. My siblings watched my first 2, like, Vegas made videos, and they were cracking up all over the place, because somehow adding subtitles into a video just made it all the more entertaining. So, good. So, basically, that's that. That's all I want. I want this channel to grow. My dream for this channel is to reach 12,000 subscribers. I want this channel to become a career. I want it so badly. Because if this channel became a career, I wouldn't have to think about anything else. I have dreams I want to achieve. One of the things I want to do is reach, well, first of all, reach 1,000 subscribers. Because there's something very special I want to do for you all. I want to make a movie. And I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds over the top. I know that sounds like something that'd be very difficult to do. But I am willing to, if I have the cash to do it, to go out, get a camera, and just make some sort of movie. I have Vegas. I'll figure something out. But it's probably going to be a short movie. But it's basically, I already have the script in my head. I've already told Tyler some of his lines, and he loves it. But I really want to reach that point. And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to use all of your help. You all are going to have to help me by talking in the comments and going off and literally invading every house you can. Not really, but you know. Just get the word out there. Because I can do it, but I can't do it alone. I want you all to help me. So you all feel like you've made an investment into this too. Do that, and this channel will skyrocket. I believe it will. So with that, leave a like and subscribe, because it's always room for one more. And yes, the phone is ringing in the background. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.